Ooh, Christ, I'm a little nervous talking about this, but I feel that it is something I need to talk about. Um, and I've been questioning this for the past, I don't know, because I always feel like to communicate online, because that's what a lot of people do. They communicate online, get stuff off their chest, stuff they're angry about, still hurting about, not angry, still trying to get over, heal, whatever it is, their faith, whatever it is. And I've been really debating on going live, really debating on just communicating. Because, I mean, everybody's not, you know, I don't know how to put it. Everything is not for everybody's business, but at the exact same time, I mean, it is a relief when you do talk to somebody, even if it is online or even a therapist or a counselor. Either way, still, I just feel like, I mean, personally, um, it's not an attack or any of that, but it is something that I feel drawn to discuss because, um, mm, I guess because I'm thinking about a lot. So if I was to start, it will be just really forgiveness is the biggest thing to talk about, and that is very very challenging. Um, when you're talking about connecting to, or if you even think about some of the people in the Bible, connecting to the same people who once hurt them, like even forgiveness is not something you just, especially when it kind of happened to you continuously. It can take a long time to do, um, and that's what I had to, and still is in the process of enduring. Um, if I say some stories, it may not be just one. It may be, different ones, but it's just like, again, it's not an easy thing to do because it seemed like that. I know like how the world portrays forgiveness. You're weak, you are oversensitive, or you're this type that can easily be manipulated or ran over. XYZ. It seems like people prey on forgiveness as, oh, she will forgive me, I'll do it again. And it doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man. It can be extremely challenging, especially um, when it plays a part of like your loved one, um, and it can be extremely emotional because you know that God is the type. Well, I won't say type, but based off the Bible, you know that God wants us to forgive because all most looking at God's preaching from the past, there's not a lot of good people who present themselves truly purely in the world. So he wants us to be pure as heart as he presented. So when you see people who are nice, you're like, oh, I wonder what they want, or wow, or they can easily be manipulated, or easily be just looked at, wow, they're nice, or in a way that also that I love their kindness and I want to be connected to them, or just whatever. But that that sometimes can shock people because of, I mean, how Jesus was hurt even just by showing kindness. And so it can be um, it can be challenging because when you grow up in church, forgiveness, not being bitter, and even when Jesus talked about, uh, before you could talk about taking the log out of your brother's eye, make sure you take the log out of your own. Um, you know, it could be, and I'm thinking about it a lot. Sorry, but it's really something that I just want to like discuss because it is a strength to forgive. So I'm on this journey of forgiving because um, I am happy that people are like telling their testimony and having the strength to do that because it helps me to realize what I need to focus on and work on um, so much that I hold so much anger and it's necessary to pay attention to those needs of your body because you're able to try to you're able to, like, even art writing, stuff like that, to try to navigate those emotions into something that could benefit you. So I have been working on that, and just for anybody who is like facing and bound the same thing, um, because you do question, well, why this keep happening, or why am I going through this, or how do I handle this, and it becomes, a pretty difficult thing at times. But I was just writing my prayer, and I was just really diving into, like, I see why it's necessary to forgive. I see why it's necessary to understand that why God said if don't forgive your brother, God won't forgive you. And I see, and God wants us to be a pure heart, to forgive others, to understand that we're human as well, and we make mistakes, and we can be mean. We also can be cruel. We can say things, do things that can be crucial to others. And it's not up to the world, even for your neighbor to judge, even though people say thou shalt not judge, and we still judge. It's still a sin. So it's always necessary to continue on to trust in God's path, to forgive ourselves and ask God forgive us, and continue on to admit that we are just, mess up as well. We sin as well. We're no different than the next door neighbor. Our thoughts sin. So, it's necessary to continue on to pray and to find tools that will benefit us to not be so clustered in the whole buildup of society and what they want from us or what they expect. Because it's sad that we do live in a world that, if you have a family member who have harmed you, and then turn around and you have to forgive them, and because it I guess it, to me, mentally can become challenging, especially when if you have to see them, or if you feel pretty much forced to communicate, especially for those who I always get emotional, sad for people who've been hurt by their parents. So yeah, but forgiveness and making sure that we continue on that journey, and to continue looking at our own selves to realize that we're imperfect